Hole number 3 is a par 5. What we've got here with this tailwind is a couple different ways that we're going to be able to play this one. Normally, if you don't have a tailwind, you play it off of that island in front of this second fairway and bounce it up there with full right spin. But with this tailwind, it allows us to go just use some backspin and go straight over that and try and eliminate some of that danger of either catching the rough on that first one or not having enough side spin to the right and ended up in the trap on the second side. So if you've got a driver with at least 4 bars of backspin and some distance, a higher level extra mile or a Thor or even a Apocalypse level 5 or higher, then you should be able to just play that shot like that right there. You do want to use full right spin and at least 4 bars of backspin and set us up for a sniper into the green. Our other option, if you have a driver that's really high level and has a lot of topspin, is to basically do right here and use a power 5 ball with a lower wind resistance and try and drive the green. So what I basically wanted to do was try and get it full top and full left to try and get it over there. It didn't make the bounce on the second fairway to be able to make the green, but it does set us up nicely for a minimum distance short iron. I also wanted to show you my opponent's shot here to show you what happens if you don't use the right spin, the full right spin like I did with my first shot. He uses the backspin, but he doesn't put enough right spin on there, and he ends up going into the trap. For this reason, if you have a Spitfire sand wedge, I would recommend putting that one on for this hole, just in case you do end up in that trap. He is able to save it, and he did use a Malibu and was able to bounce it up there and have a wedge to save the eagle. But with a Spitfire on, that'll give you a lot more distance with your sand wedge to be able to try and save it. But if you don't use that right spin like I did, then you can very easily end up in the bunker there, and that's going to become problematic. So for our second shot, if you do use the way that I played it the first time, you're going to have a medium distance sniper. As you can see, I thought about taking some of the backspin off and only playing as 4 and try and get up a little bit more distance, but that would put us right in between clubs. Even with what I've got here, you're in danger of having to pull back into long iron range. So if you do use a little bit less backspin and get to the edge there, I'm thinking maybe put on a B52 for your long iron, and you'll be able to play a max B52 instead of a sniper. But I think I'm a little bit more comfortable playing the sniper here anyway, so I think I'm going to stick with that. But that's definitely an option as well. I would go with the B52 over the Goliath there because it's got a little bit better ball guidance, a little more accurate. So with the second play, though, you can see this is what we've got set up here. I try and do the 3 backspin thing, but it looks like if I go right onto the green that using just 1 backspin should end up being a little bit better for us and a minimum adjustment. So that's just under 3. Unfortunately, I do end up hitting the ball great right, but if I hit it perfect, I'm fairly certain it would have gone in. So that's basically kind of how you want to do it. You could put a Hornet on to have a little bit better accuracy as well. A couple different options. You could try a dunk if you're so inclined as well. But I think running it up here like this with just the 1 bar of backspin just onto the green is the way that I'm going to play it.